So we just got some brand new looks and updates on the Joy of Creation Ignited Collection. If you aren't aware of what Ignited Collection is, it is an upcoming remake sequel for the Joy of Creation Reborn and the Joy of Creation Story Mode, as a part of the fazbear Fanverse initiative. It sits with games like Pop Goes and Five Nights at Candy's, and after being scared by my playthrough, which I will finish by the way, this has to be one of my favourites from the initiative. So to recap, the Joy of Creation Reborn was the first of these two to drop, with each animatronic having a level dedicated to them. It was a free roam strategy game, which had mechanics similar to that of games such as Slender. You would go around a map basically looking for items and avoiding the looming threat posed by the ignited animatronics. Each one would also have different mechanics, so like with Chica, you wanted to look at her to keep her at bay but not too long. They all had their little gimmicks to make them unique from each other. Then we were blessed with the Joy of Creation Story Mode. This game was one of the hardest FNAF fan games of its time. With that, there was a huge sense of reward after every win and the motivation to push on, figuring out the game's deeper and darker lore as you go on. We'd play as different characters most levels, starting off in the bedroom, then the living room, then the office, then my favourite, the basement. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, not that way! Finally, we finish in the heated final battle against Golden Freddy and the Creation. So both of these games are getting a full revamp from the ground up, which I am both excited for and absolutely dreading. Alright, let's go through what we have so far then on the Ignited Collection's development. On the 31st of October 2022, we got our first look at Ignited Freddy. On the 16th of February 2023, we got our first look at Ignited Bonnie. On May 2nd, we got our first look at Ignited Chica, and that is sort of it regarding models. We did get a sneak peek at Foxy on September the 17th, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to see that one. I think Foxy will be the last one, and Foxy will be something special. Gabriel has done an absolutely incredible job on these models. They look so horrifying, which again, I'm dreading. It's almost like the better everything is with this game, the more I should praise it by design, but the more I know I'm going to shit myself playing it, that's the reality. Models like Ignited Bonnies, as a cool feature, have some real-time physics with the hanging wires and internal components, which add to the realism of this absolute nightmare. I think from the get-go, the Ignited models are super hard to improve. They are already such solid designs, and I hate to compare, but almost like better versions of Scott's Withered models. However, somehow they have been improved and topped. I thought Nixon had peaked, but clearly improvements were made, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Best FNAF looking characters I have ever seen, 9 years being in this community. So to keep it pushing, on the 9th of July, Nixon revealed the first prototype gameplay footage, which featured some of the office gameplay in which the player browses the cameras and ends with one of the monitors being punched out of the camera feed. This firstly shows the incredible skills of Nixon once again, but also how far they have come in terms of skills in game development. It's the same game as all those years ago, but it is beautiful. From the layout to the level of detail, we got our first glimpse of what's to come, and I will happily wait for this until the time comes to take all of my money. We also got some screenshots of the bedroom and the office on the same day, once again looking fantastic. On August 4th, Nixon answered some key questions about the all-new remastered office level. Golden Freddy will be in the final version. The office is now the first level, which is interesting to see how that plays out. Bonnie will now jump scare you if all cameras are down, rather than previously just doing nothing. Flashing Freddy will still be an essential goal. There is now more resource management this time around. And finally, it will be scarier. Yeah, thanks Nixon. On August 15th, we got a second look at some office footage, this time with sound and presenting a chilling atmosphere. The player looks in each of the doors, and now it seems like there is some kind of maintenance or power system which we must manage, so that will be really exciting to see how that comes into play. A demo for the office was also announced and said that it would be dropping before the end of the year. However, recently this has been pushed back, but that's fine. Like I say, I'm happy to wait around, and you should be too, because trust me, it is worth it. On September 6th, we got the peakiest thing I have ever seen. Yeah, you know Mount Everest? Nearly 30,000 feet tall, even peaker than the tallest peak in the history of peaks. 10 times.
Well, now you got my attention. What is it?
It is a Freddy encounter in the office level. And instead of going, this is what we got.
I'm at the go!
It's beautiful. On September 10, we got another look at Ignited Freddy. I'm running out of compliments. And on the 21st of November, very recently, we got some more development updates. And with the sad news of the demo not coming out this year, we also got a look at Ignited Bonnie with some office footage and a look at the Ignited Cupcake model. Firstly, my main man toilet Bonnie looking super creepy and twisted. The punch still remains, keeping things iconic, but my boy went to hell and back. Now, I play a lot of horror games, but this might be my limit. The cupcake looks super diverse from the previous and is killing the unique look. Inspiration probably from the FNAF movie. And finally, this animation here gives us some more insight into the office and the unique mechanics added with that. Of course, Nixon is trying to mix up things from the original, and if I were to throw any kind of theories out there into the universe, it is this. So if Bonnie punches a camera out, since he now has jump scares, we have to look into the drawers for one of these, and then head to this breaker thing and replace the power. Either it's when the cameras are out or to maintain like a steady power level, I'm not too sure, but I'm more than welcoming to this new mechanic all the same. Not sure if it's just like a development thing, but a debug menu tells us the location of Freddy and how long until he moves to the next stage. Maybe something like this will be in the final version, or perhaps just the mechanic of moving on a timer will be how he works. Anyway, that is pretty much everything for the Joy of Creation Ignited collection. The collection should be dropping on consoles like PS5, Xbox and the like, maybe even mobile too. For all the latest Joy of Creation, Fanverse and FNAF updates, make sure you like and subscribe with all notifications on. It really does help me out and allow me to push out more videos just like this. Be sure to join the Discord as well, and all necessary links from today's video will be in the description below. I've been Alpine, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
It's time to take your final
Everything I'm doing is a better than you. Everything I'm doing is a better than you. Yeah, broke that line as a